Okay, real quick, just want to jump into the stream. Hope you're all doing well today. Hope everyone's feeling all right. Nice day, not too bad. Could have been worse, but could have been better. You know, hey, Sunday was pretty good. I got a few things done that I wanted to get done. Was a bit productive, and you know what? Hey, was pretty happy with the outcome. Now let's check in what's going on with Bitcoin. Obviously, the old elephant in the room. Now, earlier today, I was sitting on the 1 minute, and I'll show you what I saw on the 1 minute. Is I saw this bottom out period, this bottoming here, right? And to me, there was slight divergence, and there was really bullish divergence right here. And then we just had a bottoming out with a bit of divergence, not too much really. You could say there, but really we just were oversold. Now, the good thing about it was it brought us above the 200-day moving average, even on the 1 minute. That is significant because you can see, but here we started a downtrend where we couldn't break above the 200. So couldn't break. Now we did. And now in our oversold region, this would be a perfect time to long Bitcoin on a scalp right now. Honestly, I may actually do a live leverage trade because I don't have my phone on me, which would get me in. So I'm not going to do it, I guess. But this is where you would do a live leverage trade right now. Honestly, you have the confirmed bullish divergence because you have swing down on the price, but you have swing up on the indicator. And this would tell you that this would be a position of strength to begin a long, okay? I also saw that this was a position of strength here to begin a long. And with that, I'm flipping bullish. I mean, a lot of people are flipping bearish. I'm kind of seeing things for what they are. And let's check the 4 hour. Now, the 4 hour wants to roll over. Wants to go up. Like, it's ready to rock. You can see, man, we like to buy in the pink here in this channel, which is the white area of the red histogram and when the blue line curves. Now, we could get down into the oversold region, but normally in a bull run, we don't like to get that low. As you can see, ever since we've been up here, that RSI has reset, but never really below 43. We really should stay above 50 in a full adjusted bull run, honestly. So let's see what's going on here. I see Bitcoin about to break out, honestly. I think later tonight. I think we're going to wake up to Bitcoin in the positive. And I think once it breaks 16K, this time it's going to 16.6 and then coming back down to support at 16.4. I don't see it just going to 16.2 and getting rejected again like it's done 2 times in a row. Let's see if anyone's on the chat. Shout out to everybody on the chat. Colin Unger in the house. What's going on? Yo, good evening all. What up, Des? What's everybody on the live stream? Hope you're doing well. Hope you're having a wonderful day. Now, so we think Bitcoin is about to pull off. Now let's look at the daily candle. We're gonna have a weekly candle close tonight. Okay, so we're gonna take a look at that weekly candle, and we're gonna take a gander at what is happening now. So I believe the weekly candle, it must close on like 7 o'clock our time. I feel like it's closed already. What's going on, SSP, man? One of my favorites. How you feeling, my buddy? So anyway, love your vibes, man. Anyway, check it out. So Bitcoin has just been skyrocketing, as you can clearly see, right? And we're just going to check this weekly candle. Now, the weekly is overbought, and that worries me. That tells me that, you know what, we're ready for a huge pullback. Every time the weekly was overbought, one was the 20,000 run up. Here was the 13K run up. And here right now is the run up we're in at the present moment. So this is the idea here, okay, is that we're kind of in a very dangerous place on the weekly, especially the daily and the 3-day. They all tell us, hey, you know, Bitcoin's about to pull back. Now, Bitcoin here at opening at 15,957 high, this is basically the weekly candle open. So the weekly candle closed at 15,957. That was our close. Good close. The last weekly close was at 15,475, and the week before that was 13,701. So we went from a 13,761 close to a 15,4750 close, all the way up to a 15,957 close, What's going on, Jesse B? How's everybody doing? Real quick, we're going to be in and out probably another 20 minutes. We're just going to go over some Bitcoin things, kind of get you guys ready for the week, explain where we're going, where we're at, and then, yeah, I'm going to dip out and watch the Patriots on Sunday Night Football because I grew up in Boston and I'm a Patriots fan. And I'm sorry if some people are anti-football. I have some friends that stopped watching football, but I just can't seem to do that. You know, even I know it's a mindless, ridiculous thing to do in the grand scheme of progression. I like to every once in a while turn off the screens, turn off the stuff, and literally just spend 3 hours with my wife watching football. So I can't wait. It's going to happen in an hour. Sunday Night Football, the whole family, we get involved, and I love it. So tonight, man, can the Patriots win against the what are they playing? The Ravens. I do not, highly unlikely with the way we're structured right now, but you never know on any given Sunday, as they say. Anyway, let's move on to the facts at hand. AAVE Lend sitting at 62 now. Another retrace here for Lend, but it's sitting in this pocket area here on the 1 hour now. And it actually, the 1 hour has a MACD cross that tells you it wants to run up a little bit. So this is what I see for Lend. We have two ideas for Lend right now. Did it break out of this, which I think we could say it's breaking out and retesting, which would be a beautiful retest. Or we could also say it's in this channel like this. And then it's just in a, it's basically at the bottom. Either way, it's at the bottom of a pattern or it's on a retest. So in my opinion, really doesn't matter which way we're looking. Looks like it's going well. So I should go in sub 16K because I'm going to buy some before it gets to 16K again. AAVE, I think we're going to get to like 16.4, maybe 16.8, and we're having a huge pullback. Des, I mark my words. If I can get out of these trades tomorrow in the next few days, whatever I'm in right now for the pop, and then I'm going to reset myself, put myself into tether, there's going to be a very large pullback. Anyone who doesn't think so is just drinking the Kool-Aid, right? So I'm not saying we're not ending the bull run. It's going to be a 3-week pullback. I would like it to start soon because then we will be done by like December 8th or 9th. And hopefully during that time, Bitcoin will also go sideways and we'll have some alt moving. Alt and Rune are ones to watch this month. Crypto Don Juan, what's popping, my man? Yeah, so, dude, I'm back in Massachusetts, man. That cold weather is getting to me. New York was a little warmer. But you know what? I don't miss New York not one bit. Ever since I've moved back to Massachusetts, I swear, guys, I lived in New York City for 20 years. You think I would have missed it all, but I guess I was kind of a homebody, man, you know? Yeah, going to go into Bitcoin down soon. Yeah, I don't know if it's the time yet, and I'm going to show you why, but got you. So we should be looking to get some puts in for the downturn there. Yeah, we should definitely. Leave me your number on the Telegram. Oh, yeah, for sure. So anyway, check it out. We have Lend, right? Now, it wicked up right there. So that tells you there's some heavy buy pressure as well in this area. I like Lend here for a multitude of reasons. Number one, it pumped all the way up, took a retrace down to the 200-day moving average, popped back up. You can see that it's clearly kind of bouncing off this region with the 200-day moving average. It needs to get back to the 21 as well, and then it will kind of get even more coiled up in here before it breaks out. Why I like buying it here is you don't have to put too high of a stop loss. Again, this is my strategy. You can buy here at the trend line and put it basically, below that wick right there, 4% stop loss, and see if you can let it run. And if you get stopped out, that negates the trade, and basically it also negates the bullishness of the pattern, and then you can reallocate your funds for a better period of time. Now, this also looks like the pink is coming out, as you can see here on the 4 hour. So the 4 hour looking kind of healthy unless it extends more red. We'll wait to see. We obviously have to wait to see. Let's check that 15 minute to see what we're doing. Now the 15 minute, we have a little bit of an inverse head and shoulder forming. Head, shoulder, shoulder, right? Complex inverse head and holder, head and shoulders. We should get a curve up in here, and then we could see it come back at least to the top of the pattern. Let's see what you can gain from this buy if we were able to do that. About a 10% gain, which is something I'm into. I like 10% gains. So that is interesting right there on Lend. Will I make a buy on Lend? I do have some capital. I am thinking of it. It tends to move regardless of what happens with other coins. So you know what? There's a chance. Love shed and holder patterns. You guys get me every time, right? Anyway, it looks like, okay, so I'm already in a position for lend. I went in a little too early though, like around 66. I basically thought we were going to break out here. I got caught up in that. Anyway, so now I'm down at the bottom of the pattern. Do I double down into that call? You know what? I don't mind. I think I'm going to add just a niblet into the position right now, because I like where lend is at. And then we're going to get into my trade of the night, which I think is going to be YFI. Okay. And we're going to try to establish the perfect position on that as well. So lend, we're just going to add, we're already in for 1,300. We're going to add like a $700 buy-in here at the bottom of the pattern, just to kind of, you know, and we'll play it close to the bone. 62.32. This is what we're going to do here. 62.32 for lend. Not a lot, 100%. We're going to put just about 850. We're going to add, we already have a $1,300 position, underwater $89. We're going to add to it here at the bottom of the trend line, okay? Let's make it a G. Let's get real and make it a G. 62.18 and falling. Let's take in the bid instead of the ask. Now my stop loss, I told you before, we don't need to be too far away from the bottom of the trend line as we showed you. So let's check it out. My stop loss literally should be right at this wick here, 58.50 and no more, right? That renders me 5. I don't like 5. I'm back to 4. I don't need to be any further than near it, closer. We could even be at 3. Could be high risk, $30 risk here on this trade, right? And then if we get out of the pattern, I mean, the sky's the limit. We could be somewhere up in here. And if you're not sure how to do that, you look left, you know, you hit the 6 hour. Again, lend looks like it's in price discovery. It's not. So all you got to do then is just take the length of this pole and bring it up here. And that's kind of going to give you somewhat of a judgment of where the price will go. And as long as you're not greedy, like you take something in the middle here, you should be all right. So there's 32% gains out of lend. Half of that, you know, like 74. So I'd be happy if we hit 74. So for now, I'll hit 74 on my take profit. That would render me 18%, right, on the 100, which is only not even a lot, really, right? I mean, 10% on the 1,000 is $100. It's about $180, right? But we do have another trade that would render us more too. So hopefully we'll take about 300 to 400 off the entire trade when if and when it goes in our direction, if we even get the ask here. Remember to limit order that if you want to. Sometimes it does fall through though. It's kind of a give and take on that. Okay. And now we're going to get into my other idea here, which is YFI may be the play. Okay. So we went over Bitcoin. I think Bitcoin's bullish on the night. I see Bitcoin, you know, close pretty strong on the weekly. It looks like it's going to have a nice cross on the 4 hour. The daily's overbought. The weekly's overbought. The 3 days not looking too good. So we're going to have one more push up, I think, 16, 16.4. And then at that point, it's going to be time to start shorting. And either that or Bitcoin does something just unbelievable and just kind of goes parabolic. And you know what? I'm ready for that too. But I'd rather see that happen and then get in on a pullback than right now we're just too high on the RSI. I don't play that. Like I would never put any of my subscribers in a trade. I would never tell you to buy something up here. So if I wouldn't tell you to buy something up here, that means that the probabilities are not in our favor. And that means that I as well should heed that. And I should watch that closely. So let's take a look at what's going on with YFI right now. It's coiling up. The 4 hour looking really good. The 6 hour looking really good. Losing momentum in the bearish part of the histogram. Look like we're curling up eventually. Very unlikely for this to extend itself further down. Starting to get tight into a coil. Technically at the bottom of a trend line at the moment as well. So this is really where we want to buy in my system. Also, we see moving averages moving above higher moving averages. We see that the 50 just crossed the 200, which is extremely, extremely bullish. That is a golden cross. So we'll take that into account. Let's get into the 1 minute and see if we can establish. So there was your bottom buy right there. A little bit of bullish divergence, swing down to swing down. That confirms your bottom at 16,400. Looks like we want to kind of maybe come and touch the pattern one more time. Pretty interesting there. Funky little pattern. We are oversold. Perfect time to buy right now as well in the 1 minute. I'm going to use this as a time to enter the trade. So we're going to enter YFI right now. That's going to be my call for the night. It's basically the main reason I came on. I've stayed away from it till it established a bit of a trend, and now I'm trying to get in on this dip. I'm going to get in for 2,800. 17. I try not to chase YFI. I just give it the ask and get in because the price swings so much. It is what it is. Now let's look at our targets for YFI real quick. What I'm going to do actually is make the buy first. I usually make my targets, but I just want to get in. Then I'm going to readjust these to the chart the way I want. At this present moment, I'm feeling very bullish on that 1 minute cross, and I don't want to lose that opportunity. 7239, 7236, boom. If you make a good buy, you should have a hard time catching it because that means you're at a place where we're basically bouncing off, right? So we'll see. Oh, hold on. Something weird happened there. Hold on, not enough funds. That was weird. Hold on. Let me see what happened here. Looked like I got it for two. I'll be honest. It looked like it tried to tell me I paid way too high a price, and I was like, "What?" Oh, maybe that was my stop. So it took. I guess I did eat the price. Let me see here. I have a feeling that I didn't catch the buy. No, it's claiming that I'm in. I must have got in right at. Interesting. Want to see the smart trade history. Should show me the trade that I just made, even if I canceled it though. See, look, it said price with exchange fees 17,270. So it forced me in. What? What is going on right now? Why is it? Yo, something really strange has happened. Put me in at 17,270, but the price is not even. Either that or is this not. Oh, this is OKX. Oh my God. Be careful, guys. Look, I just gave myself a heart attack. All right. Even I need to slow down. See? Jeez Louise. Anyway. So there was a wick down there. 17,254. It's trying to say that I got in at 17,270. I was trying to get 17,239. That was my entry price. Price with exchange fees, 17,270. So I guess I charged. It cost me. It's trying to tell me that it cost me $40 with fees to buy this. You see that 17,270 entry price with exchange fees. Pretty weird, in my opinion. Anyway, we'll slap that in. What happens if you make a buy like that and you're not sure where the buy is on 3 commas? Don't worry. What you do is you go to your history like we did. It said 17,270, which would put me down already in the trade. Hard, actually. Look at this thing collapsing on the 1 minute. Again, maybe I should have called out the divergence first, which is right there. I got on the oversold bounce. There's your entry right now. So I went early. Your entry is now technically right here because there's your second turn on the RSI. So now 17,145 was a good entry, even better than mine. Not too worried though. Token metrics Token metrics, quant grade eyes 40% stable coins. Signs of a pullback. Interesting. Yeah. It's definitely a blow off top coming over the next few weeks. I don't know about a blow off top, honestly. I think we're gonna I disagree. I think we're gonna retrace in the next day or two. And then honestly, like any trade I open now is gonna be a fast trade, you know, in and out, and then we're gonna see what happens after that, right? So I don't see the blow off top, honestly. I think we're way away from that. I think the blow off top is like next August or October. That's just my opinion. I could be wrong. Don't mean to offend anyone. It's just something that I think is possible, more possible. But ooh, we're seeing a dump now as I entered YFI, right? Let's look at Bitcoin now. Oh, taking that dump. This could be the beginning of the dump. I'm not sure. Still kind of like weary of what's going down. The 4 hour looks like it may want more. Confusing. We do see YFI though. It looks like it really wants to pump, man. I have to be honest. I feel like it may do something regardless of Bitcoin, but we don't know. Right? I'm just playing that 4 hour. YFI 4 hour looks so healthy and good. DXY is pumping on the 15 minute. DXY is open already. Damn. Little bit. You call that a pump? I mean, it's just an oversold bounce. Yeah, for sure. Still looking horrible, though. I'm not worried about this thing. 4 hour. Gonna roll down still. Looks like it could keep coming down to the bottom of the trend line even. I don't even see divergence. I don't know. I am not worried about that dollar index. Okay. Smart sell. 17. 70. Okay. And that's basically it for the night, man. Nothing crazy. I feel like DOT should come back down to this trend line possibly here. I could see DOT back to $4 again, just kind of whittling its way into this channel. We played easy earlier today. We sold the top pretty well. Did come back. It's doing pretty good on the 4 hour, but you know what? I just play that 4 hour and I try to get the pink to the green and get out. Pink to the green and get out. Perfect trade. Made $217 in the trade. Went in last night in the afternoon. Got out this morning. Actually got out probably like 1 or 2 in the morning because the automated take happened on its own. What's up, Hunu? How you feeling, man? How you feeling, my friend? What's your take on the week, man? What's your? I like Hunu's opinion. I respect and revere it. What do you think's happening, Hunu? What is your plan for the week? What are you doing? What are you allocating funds? Check out XMR BTC. I will for sure. No worries. Let's look at that. XMR BTC. Monero, man. Love Monero, man. Wow. So this thing is doing really well. Like, this is really where you want to start catching it, huh? Huge retrace on the 4 hour. Wow. So this thing lost a lot of support against Bitcoin. You aren't kidding. Pretty oversold. We got some bullish divergence as well. Swing low to swing low. That's the thing. I think as Bitcoin dumps this time, we could see some of these coins hold. It may be a smart play to play the Bitcoin pairs against Bitcoin. I have a feeling that some of these bigger coins that have already kind of collapsed, they're not going to go down that much more. I don't see people selling them off. I think they're actually may go into them against Bitcoin. So that's kind of an idea here that there's a possibility, right, that we could see some of these coins, I'm not saying every coin, but some of these coins, like coins that are strong, like XMR, like DOT, like Lend, you know, there might be a handful, and they may actually stand the test of time against Bitcoin. I'm looking at Sol. Setup is looking all right, right? The volatility of Bitcoin obviously is affecting things, but you can see this is starting to coil up. Had a bit of a fake out in my opinion, and then came back into the pattern. Something like that. Now, I think Sol looking really good though. You can see off the bullish divergence there. Started to play out off of a bottom. I'd wait for it to get maybe back down to the bottom of the pattern. Just something to watch. I want you guys to put it on your radar. Look at the 50 is about to cross the 200. That is a golden cross. The 21 moving up as well. Sol, man. Just, you know, I just don't want you guys to see it go up 100% and say, hey, man, the lifer never put it up. I'm sure there's a bunch of coins that I'm actually not going to talk about that go up a lot. Now, how far will Sol go? If it does go out, you just take your pole here. You bring it to your measured move. And that kind of coincides with the same idea here that we would hit previous resistance upwards in this channel at about $3.16. We were there in September 25th. These coins won't take long to get up once they start to move. Gains of 57% coming out of Sol. So had you already gotten in at that bottom, 130, unbelievable. So Sol's on my radar. I like Rune as well. Thorchain, right? Now, why I like Rune? Wow, Rune's up big today. Interesting. It's in price discovery basically at this point. I mean, this wick is a wick, but really can't call that any resistance. So watch Rune. This thing could get crazy, honestly. It's in very good price discovery. 1 hour looks like it's about to have a cross. In a bit of a, you know, a rising channel here where anything is possible. Even could be a broadening wedge there if I have to do it. Yeah. This is pretty good. Takes it back up to the channel. So this is looks like the play back up here. 21% gains if you just go and follow this 1 hour. Take the 1 hour. You can even get in here. Or you look at the 5 minute or the 1 minute to try to gauge the idea of where we're at. Getting up into the oversold region here on the 5 minute, but you know, and the 1 minute as well. Same thing, but crossing now. So Rune, man, at 90 cents. Really liking it. I wanted to put it on your guys' radar as well tonight before I left the stream. Let's check on the chat. I'll be on for about 5 more minutes. Any last things, let me know. Sushi is one of it I see on the week and the monthly. The almighty shitcoin sushi, indeed. Yeah, don't think XRP will dump too much with Bitcoin. Hey, I got a bunch of sushi back at like $2 like 3 months ago or something when it first came out. It's one of the first things I ever got on Uniswap. And yeah, so like again, everything I bought on Uniswap went horribly for me. And then all I saw was everyone else talk about how much money they made, and I just never touched Uniswap again because. And then I got paid. All my losses got paid back because I smartly sold Uni at 670, which was about almost $3,000, right? Like damn near about $2,600. So that paid for all my losses and some. So it made me a positive Uniswap trader. But without that giveaway, I would have been in the dumps. So I'm very wary of Uniswap at this point. Every time I've taken Ether and put it in there, I've lost, and the Ether would have made more money. So not only have I lost the Ether, but the Ether actually would have paid me not to send it into Uniswap like a fool. Makes it hard to kind of jump into Uniswap as well. Can you check out XLM? Did you think Link bottomed and Atom? That's probably going to be it in my 5 minutes, and then I'm going to take a break. Okay, let's look at... also did edit and shoot another video earlier today. Let's look at XLM. Stellar Lumens. 79. Wow. Now that's getting really close to bottoming out here, right? Let's see. We see, you know, it's almost hidden bullish divergence. I'm not going to say it's guaranteed, but it kind of is. We do have a wick, but this swings down while this swings up. Tell you that the trend should continue. Now you can see it was in that falling. It's in this crazy pennant. Falling wedge. It's actually in a falling wedge, but then I could feel like this is a pennant here now. So it has its own little thing going on. Let's just take a look at this. So Stellar broke out of this, came back down. Now it's basically there. So we can just extend this pattern and act. Whenever a breakout comes back into the pattern, I just extend the pattern as if it never happened. I just erase this out of my mind. And so we're back at the bottom of the trend line with a wick up, right? Some hidden bullish divergence possible. And we're coiling up into the bottom of this pattern. YFI moving back up. Oh yeah, look, I'm in the positive now. I'm telling you, I think it's going to bust out today. I think it's going to be the trade of the night. Honestly, I'm really stuck on it. I don't know why, but hey. I actually went online just for YFI to kind of show you guys that I make the trade. If I make the trade, it's kind of I don't tell you, hey, here's a call, but I say, hey, look at this, check this out, and then, hey, I'm buying it. And if I'm buying it, there's something going on. I like Len. Len's starting to make a move. I'm up 1.73% on the Len buy that we made during the live stream already. I like to prove that. So if you did a leverage trade on that, 10x would have made you damn near 20% already, but 1.7% already gained on the Len trade, right? Getting back a little money there. This was up $1.50 now. We're basically at even. I got it in at 72.70. This is at 11.284. I was pretty sure I was catching the bottom on that 1 minute. Maybe I'm not perfect. You know, you're not always going to be exactly exact, but you know what? We were pretty damn close, right? There's your bullish divergence there now. It goes like this. So now we have it more established. Swing down and swing out, and there was your in right there at 17,103. But I got as close as I could by using the 1 minute to zero in onto the trend line, right? Let me get back to XLM for you. Sorry that I did that, but I just had to kind of finish that idea. Okay, so XLM now also on the 1 minute. You can see kind of doing something similar. There's your somewhat of bullish divergence there, slightly, very slight, because that's a swing down, and there you have like kind of a swing up. It's there. It's there, but you can't see it, but it is there. Bottom of the trend line buy with a wick, which tells you there's buy pressure. Could be the end of this scenario here. Now, Bitcoin could go sideways for the next couple days, 15.8 to 16, kind of swing in that region. That would be very good for a lot of these altcoins. That would give them some chance to some chance to grow, some room to move, you know. Anyway, Stellar I see is getting up here at least to the 10-cent region. And that's what I think is going to happen, about a 20% gain for Stellar. Then break out of this. Let's look at the 4 hour to see how healthy we are on the MACD. Yeah, so the MACD looks like, hey, we want to have some pink coming soon. Some of the biggest red histograms are starting to end. I feel like this could be the place. A lot of times I front run the pink. It's the high risk move, but it would be the idea here. You have your 200-day moving average. You have your pink about to come. Possible, you know, you're in a wedge here in the RSI. Wants to break out. Things are looking good. We also had confirmed divergence on the bottom of the trend line, which is this trend line here that we looked at in the 1 minute. I think this is a great entry for XLM. Okay. Did Link bottom? Let's take a look and find out what I think happened for Link. Did Link bottom? That's the title here, is Link bottomed. I think Link did bottom here at 1186. I'm going to make that call, honestly. Look at, we fell out of the pattern that was very bullish. It was like an ascending triangle in a way. It was supposed to break out. Did not. So now I'm going to delete all my previous work here. And we're going to see. Look at Link. It's in an uptrend that it's just basically been in. Even after it retraced, it probably, like, it should never have gone up as high as it did. When it went all the way up to 20, it was so overvalued at that moment. But it's still doing really well in this upward channel. So let's put it in the channel. Says it could come back down, but it does like to use the 200-day moving average. We're breaking above it. You can see as we get bullish, price will basically start using the 200 as support. So here we were bearish. We broke above it once, broke down, broke above it again, broke down, broke above it. The third time, a lot of times it does start to show support. So what I'm hoping is, and what you want to watch for the bottom is this 200-day moving average going to show support? We also on the 4 hour look like we're about to roll up. We're getting low on the RSI as well. We don't have to get completely oversold. Sometimes after an oversold bounce like this, And again, we have my bullish divergence confirmed here. And I show this to you guys probably every single day, multiple times a day. You may even get sick of me showing this to you because I feel like I do it all the time. But there it is right there. There's your bullish divergence. That would be your entry. Boom. You could already negate it. Got not. That was a trade right there, you know. 932 all the way back up. Wow, that really is 9. Wow. Just on November 5th, right? 10 days ago. 30% gains for Link. Now, could it keep coming back down? There's a chance. There's a chance. Let's look at the daily and see what the daily wants for Link. So the daily's saying, hey, we're coiling up. We do want to curve down. So you know what? I'm not going to say this is the bottom for Link. I think Link could get to 1024. Well, let's move this up, actually. I think it could get back down to the trend line right here at 1169. So I'm going to say that I think Link will bottom here at 1169. I don't think it's bottomed yet, just because of what I'm seeing on this channel that it's in. I think it has to come back to the bottom of the channel because it went up, it came down, it went up, it came down, it went up, it came down, it went up. I just have to take the idea that it will come down. Now, we could do this. I'm always open-minded in my patterns, and that helps me make decisions as the trade changes. We could do something like this, where we could push this up. Let me just get rid of that because I don't want to have to go way back there to find that. And we could say we're in this. We're in a rising wedge. You know, if you want to go there. I'm a little more comfortable with something like this, though. Right? I feel like this could be the pattern. If this is the pattern, this breaks down 68% of the time, right? And we could take our measured move of that by taking the base and then bringing that up here to where we think it might fall out. And that could put us right back down, maybe even at this support region here, which is $10. So really a line in the sand for Link right now. Is it going to respect this trend line and continue up, or is it going to break out of the pattern? This is something you can really watch here now on the 1 hour. And you can just kind of, to me, it's telling me that, you know what? We're seeing some divergence and a pull up on the 1 hour. Telling me that it wants to respect this trend line. Maybe it could even be, I could have adjusted this line a little more so we're right on that button there. So 1 hour suggests bullishness. 4 hour as well. And but I can't call it exactly yet, you know. Have to watch this trend line. You should just draw the same thing and kind of focus on that region. That will give you your answer. 1031, I'm expecting SHR, bullish divergence. DIA still looks interesting. Okay, cool. Atom, let's look at Atom, and then I'm going to take a break. Shout out to everybody that took easy last night. I was like a little kid jumping up and down, screaming, easy, easy, easy. I just didn't want anyone to miss it, man. You know. Now we have Atom with this Adam and Eve double bottom that renders 40% gains from the top. We broke out. To me, we're at an amazing place, right, for Atom. I'm gonna delete all my previous work, but what we can do is we could just make a line right here where we're at, and you can see it's a complete SR flip, right? Resistance a bit, resistance for sure, resistance again. I like to circle it to prove to myself and to you guys, look, we hit the line there, we hit the line there. It's not a coincidence that we're hitting this line now. And with wicks up on the 2 hour, which tells us the 4 hour is probably pretty bullish as well. I am in Atom as well. I have a position in Atom, a $1,560 position sitting in Atom. That is going to render me hopefully up. You know, I got in way too early, 519. We are at 597. I basically, what was I doing? I was playing the idea that we would break out of this and not collapse, but we did fall out of that. I basically thought this was an Adam and Eve double bottom and we were going to break out, right? So I kind of had this triangle drawn, right, like this. Now, funny, it was a rising wedge now that we look at it, which is, you know, but I kind of looked at it like it was in an ascending triangle. Dude, you're still sour about the easy call, man? That's crazy. You know what's funny, though? because I could break it down 3 ways in game theory. All right, I'm gonna check this out. Number 1, we both are in Patrons of the Moon, and I was told, Patrons of the Moon told me about Easy the day it came out. So you didn't tell me about Easy. Number one. Number 2, I was watching Easy, and me and you both watched Patrons of the Moon, and he posted the same chart. So I basically got the chart from Patrons of the Moon. So technically, if you want to say who gave me the call in a way, it was Patrons of the Moon. He gave me the idea. He gave me the call. Also, I'm in another group, and they also have Easy on a chart. I'm just saying. And honestly, you have to break it down. If you do as much charting and you go in through the coins as much, and you're in as many groups as I am, if you look at my Telegram, look at this. Just look at how I'm in so many different groups, crypto groups. We all basically find the same stuff. There's always like 10 hot coins that day, and any good trader finds the 10 hot coins. So to claim that it was a call that even I made is crazy, because I'm not going to. But what I did is I publicly put my money on it and showed everybody that I put my money there. See, that's what a call is. A bunch of people can come out and say that this is going to pop and this is going to good, but do they show a trade with their money on the line? See, I did that. So honestly, anyone else could have given the call. Until you put your money on the line and told everyone else you were in it, you really didn't make the call, right? So if you put your money on the line and you show the trade, which I did, and I can prove the trade right now if you want to see it. I'm getting kind of funny with this because, I don't know. Like, I don't want anyone to insinuate that I'm not genuine, Anyway, here's the trade right here, Easy. I got in at, I wish it would show me when I opened the trade. Yeah, right here. So I created the trade on Friday the 13th at 6 at night, okay? And I got out of the trade on 11:15, about 2 days, almost at 3:30 in the morning, almost 3:33 at my 3:33. So I had to take profit that kicked in automatically, 18.8%. I actually left almost like 15 more percent on the table. Easy was one of my favorites back then when almost no one known about it. We're a gem under the radar for most. Yeah, no, for sure. Patrons of the Moon, though, I'm telling you, man, I'm going to show you his channel right here. Look, Patrons of the Moon. I look at him. He's like one of the first people I check every morning. I can't even find him. It's so... We got so many damn channels in here. Anyone know how to properly organize this nonsense? Anyone have a good idea? I love this, though. He's like me after I take profits at the end of the DeFi bubble. Like he's going to buy a Maserati. It doesn't matter if you missed the top. What matters is your trade ended in the green. No, I agree. I agree with you 100%. And then I also had another, I was tutoring at the time with one of my subscribers, and he was in the trade, and I was able to point out bullish divergence, and that took care of that trade as well. So, Theo, I think I went over this pretty well. But if you want to bust my balls again, I get it. I see daily, even my own group members ride from big green down to red. I get you, man. Yeah, I'm always telling everyone, please take profits, please. Because look, if you didn't take profits, Easy just went right back. I'm going to show you how easy the Easy trade was to play if you follow my channel and you listen to me. What you were going to do is you were going to see the falling wedge. We waited for the 4 hour to have a cross. So we basically got in around here when the pink and the 4 hour curved. Once it broke out, we rode the breakout. We rode the breakout, but then we went to the 5 minute. And what I saw on the 5 minute was bearish divergence. See, we have even the 1 minute showed it perfectly. We have swing up, but we have swing down. And that tells you to get out. You get out. I hate when that happens. You get out right on the second hill of the RSI, right here. And boom, you would have nailed a very nice top on that and gotten out around 12.587. I feel like it went higher than that. Oh yeah, wait, hold on. That's not right. This was the bearish divergence right here. I have it marked. Yeah, because I had already marked it earlier today. Sorry about that, guys. Didn't make sense to me for a second. Right here. and you would have got out into the trade on this top here at 13,808. And that was when we kind of said, you know what, the trade's done. That negated the trade. So you get in on bullish divergence, you get out on bearish divergence, you know, and it's kind of set up that way pretty well. I think you could have saw it really well in the 15-minute too. It was more elongated, but no, you had to actually be in an earlier time frame to really nail it. But that's basically what we did earlier today. Shout out to JD Hughes, took the trade with me, and he killed it, man. He killed it. So, yeah. Yep. All right. Yeah, and again, like, I kind of put my head on that. Like, anyone can tell you to buy something, but until they put their money on there and say, hey, I just put my money on there, like, then it's like, all right. Wow, you had the balls to put money in there? Maybe I should put money in there. Last cheap buy on SHR. Let's take a look at SHR, and then I'm out of here because I want to look at SHR. What's the best way to buy SHR? I probably asked you 5 times, man, but I forget stuff all the time. See, look, I feel like this is SHR, right? No. Got to do CoinTrader Pro every time. I should open up an account here. Always like misspell it. I'm FOMO, dude. It's like I want to say SHR, but for some reason my instincts are telling me to wait. I don't understand why. They're like, nah, just take a breather. Oh wow. So look, dude, just like me and you said, we drew the triangle, bottom, you pointed this out. This was Theo's call. Okay. I'm not even gonna try to hold this call. Bitmart, Uniswap, KuCoin, Binance DEX. Oh yeah, you were saying the Binance DEX. Interesting. But don't you think it could come back down to the trend line? Right? We have a MACD cross. RSI is bearish. We haven't even had the cross yet. Right? That's the daily. I say it comes back down to the trend line, man. One more time. One more time. I'm going to make that call because the daily says it wants to roll over. Right? See? I got in on that call from Binance DEX. Interesting. Nice call at the wrench. Yeah, so I think it could come back down to the bottom of the trend line, man. But you're right. Look at the support and resistance line. Look, bounce off support, resistance. This line here is kind of a range. It's not a line, but it's kind of a range. This area here. Wow, everything works just like in TradingView. This is awesome. Range is in the same. This is your range, right? We could be respecting this range, but this MACD cross is telling me that we're going to go down. Bullish divergence at support, but you never know. Yeah, let's look at the 4. See, the daily says we're rolling over. We haven't even crossed yet, right? So we're like right here. See how this is a red? So like, let me show you something. Always say I'm going to go all, and then I don't. But so if I try to circle that, I don't know why it's not. It's making like a pink circle. I would like it to be bigger. But what I'm saying is like, or put a line right here. See right where this isn't crossed yet? We're like right there. We're kind of turning. That's kind of where this is, right? It hasn't hit the red line yet, but it's going to get there. So we're like right here. But we have crossed over the hump. We've crossed over the hump. So in my mind, we're right there. Well, we could even be something like that, and then more pain to come. Right? So I feel like this is going to take us to the bottom of the trend line. I'm going to be able to snatch it up at 1.5 cents one more time. One more time if I'm lucky. And if not, I'm going to have to buy the breakout and ride this one up from about 2.5 cents. You know, that's kind of the idea of the plan. All right, guys, man. I thought we had an amazing show tonight. Shout out to Dez. Shout out to Colin, SSP, Jesse, Crypto Don Juan. Dez yet again. Love you, Dez. Give you 2. SSP, Who Knew, Morafro, Theo Wrench, my buddy, Who Knew, Colin, Jesse B, 007 MP5, Theo, I'll give you another one for that SHR for introducing that into our, basically being an SHR ambassador, in my opinion. Hadouken AM, Boniface Varicella, love that name, very Italian, right? SSP again, there we go, Hadouken. Just don't want to miss anybody. Thank you guys so much for watching the stream. I really appreciate it. I am going to jump out. Hope you guys have a wonderful day on Monday morning. You start your week off right. I hope you have a good night tonight. Meditate, relax, do what makes you happy. Don't get too stressed out with these calls, right? And live your life. Enjoy yourself. Have a good time. Remember, it's not always about the money. It's about the journey that we're on. Easy to say, but yeah. It is about the journey, though, and just, enjoy your life. You're only here for so long. Enjoy your life. And let me just show you the trades. Look, now we're up $19.7 in YFI, and we're up 2.77%, $27 in the AAVE buy. So we've rendered, basically, if you took these trades right now, you could close them and be up about 3%. Anyway, buy some Bitcoin Cash. Thanks, man. Thank you, Who Knew? Who Knew? Thanks for all your support, man. I hope to meet you one day. And was that you, Who Knew, doing the, was that you on the dirt bike, on the KTM? Thanks for the YFI trade. Anytime, man. Was that you on the KTM, Who Knew? That was dope, man. I remember you. I watched that video. Just be careful, man. I used to run with a wild pack of kids doing that, and a lot of us ended up in jail, hurt, and yeah. But anyway, hey, not all of us. Looked like you had your technicals down if that was you on that bike, or if you were filming it with your buddy, whatever it was. I just want to keep you around, man. I don't want to lose Who Knew. Good guy. Anyway, love you guys. Have a wonderful day. Again, please, if you're new, thank you so much for coming. Join the Telegram. Hit all the links in the bottom. It really helps the channel. So comment, like, and subscribe. Hit the bell for notifications. You can find out when I post my next video. And remember, if you came to my channel, then you're already doing the right thing. Peace. Crypto is life. I love you guys. We're going to be millionaires. Yes. We're going to go to the top. We're going to go to the top. We're going to fly to the sky. We're going to make it and we're getting by. Getting by. Getting by. We're going to rise to the top. We gonna make it and we getting there. We gonna rise to the top. We gonna make it anywhere, anywhere. All right, guys. Love you all. Have a wonderful night. Enjoy your lives. Thank you for everything you've done and all the support. Be safe. Until next time.